15th August 1947, midnight. Delhi is awake. Inside the Constituent Assembly, Jawaharlal Nehru rises to speak.
And now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
After almost 200 years, the British are leaving India. But something is strange. Where is British defeat? There is no British army surrendering in Delhi. No Indian army has captured London. No final battlefield. No Waterloo. No Yorktown. And the man who had become the greatest symbol of India's freedom, Mahatma Gandhi, is not even in Delhi. He is in Bengal, trying to stop Indians from killing each other. How did India actually defeat the British Empire? Was it Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, Subhas Chandra Bose, the INA, or did something much bigger happen? I am Tauqeer Zafar, and to understand that we have to go back to 1885. In 1885, the Indian National Congress is founded. At first, its leaders are moderates. They believe the British can be persuaded through petition, constitutional reforms, and political representations. But Dadabhai Nauroji goes further. He argues that British rule is draining India's wealth. R.C. Dutt develops this economic critique. Indian nationalism is beginning to attack the empire, intellectually and economically. Then comes 1905, Lord Curzon's partition Bengal. The British call it administrative efficiency. The Indian nationalism sees divide and rule. And the response is dramatic. Swadeshi, boycott, foreign cloth is burned, students take up to street, women participate. Nationalism is moving beyond petition into the streets. Then comes 1907, the Congress splits at Surat. Moderates and extremists go their separate ways, but the movement is changing. And during the First World War, another generation begins demanding something bigger. In 1916, Annie Besant and Bal Gangadhar Tilak launch Home Rule movement. The same year, the Lucknow Pact brings Congress and Muslim League together. And then Gandhi arrives. By 1919, the British pass Rowlatt Act. Indians protest and the Jallianwala Bagh massacre happens. General Dyer orders his troops to fire on an unarmed crowd. For millions of Indians, faith in moral legitimacy of British rule is shattered. Gandhi now transformed the struggle. In 1920, he launches non-cooperation. Students leave government institutions. Lawyers abandon courts. Foreign clothes is boycotted. The Congress becomes a mass organization. But in 1922, Chauri Chaura turns violent. Gandhi withdraws the movement. Many young nationalists are frustrated. Among them, Bhagat Singh. The revolutionary movement grows and Bhagat Singh becomes the most powerful symbol. In 1928, the Simon Commission arrives without a single Indian member. India responds, Simon go back. Lala Lajpat Rai is injured during the protest and later dies. Bhagat Singh and his comrades decides to retaliate. In 1929, Bhagat Singh throws bombs inside the Central Legislative Assembly. But he does not escape. He wants the trial. He wants the courtroom to become a political stage. And in 1931, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev were executed. Meanwhile, Congress has taken another decisive step. At Lahore in 1929, under Jawaharlal Nehru's presidency, Congress declares Poon Swaraj, that is complete independence. And then Gandhi chooses an extraordinary weapon, salt. In 1930, he walks from Sabarmati to Dandi. hundreds of kilometers to make salt. It sounds almost absurd, but everyone needs salt. Rich, poor, Hindu, Muslim, peasant, worker. When Gandhi breaks the salt law, he is not merely making salt. He is challenging the authority of the colonial state. Civil disobedience spreads. Women enters nationalist movement in large number. The struggle is no longer confined to political elites. It has become a mass movement. But another voice is becoming impossible to ignore. B.R. Ambedkar asked a difficult question. What does political freedom mean if millions of Indians remain oppressed by caste? The Gandhi-Ambedkar confrontation over separate electorates leads to Pune Pact in 1932. The freedom struggle is now fighting two battles against colonial rule and against inequality within the Indian society. Then comes the Government of India Act of 1935. Provincial autonomy is introduced. In the election of 1937, Congress forms ministry in several provinces. For the first time, Indian politician gains substantial experience of governing. Then everything changes again. The Second World War begins. Britain declares India at war without consulting the Indian political leaders. Congress ministry resigns and Subhas Chandra Bose sees British crisis as an opportunity. He escapes India, reaches Southeast Asia and takes the leadership of Indian National Army. His message is simple, Delhi chalo. But Gandhi is preparing another great confrontation. August 1942. The Quit India movement. Gandhi gives the British his most direct message, do or die. The entire Congress leadership is arrested, but movement spreads underground. Students, workers, ordinary people, the British suppress it, but it cannot erase the demand. India wants the British to leave. And while Gandhi is challenging the empire from within, Bose and INA are challenging it from outside. The INA reaches India's northeastern frontier, but Imphal and Kohima ended the advance military. The INA loses. But the story does not end there. The war is over, Britain has won, but it is exhausted. The British put INA officers on a trial at Red Fort. India erupts in sympathy. Then in 1946, Royal Indian Navy mutiny breaks out in Bombay. Now the British officials face a disturbing question. The British Raj ultimately depends upon Indian soldiers and policemen. What happens if their loyalty can no longer be taken for granted? The empire is facing a crisis from every direction. Political, economic, social, military and international. But India is facing another crisis. Congress and Muslim League cannot agree on future. The cabinet mission arrives in 1946, but the plan fails. Jinnah calls for direct action day. Communal violence explodes in Calcutta, then Noakhali, Bihar, Punjab, and finally partition. The most devastating thing that has happened to India. The Mountbatten Plan divides British India and India and Pakistan are created. Millions are displaced, families are separated, trains cross the new borders, sometimes carrying refugees, sometimes corpses. And Gandhi, he is not celebrating in Delhi. He is walking through Bengal, trying to stop the killing. Then comes 15th August 1947. India becomes independent. So who defeated British? Was it Gandhi? Yes, but not alone. Bhagat Singh? Yes, but not alone. Bose, the INA, the Congress, the peasant, the workers, the women, the revolutionaries, all contributed. Because the British Empire was not destroyed by one final battle, its foundations were removed one by one. Nehruji attacked its economic legitimacy. Swadeshi attacks its market. The revolutionary attacks its aura of invincibility. Gandhi turned non-cooperation into a mass weapon. Ambedkar challenged the social meaning of freedom. Quit India made demand unmistakable. Bose and INA challenged the military foundation of British Raj, and Second World War weakened the Britain itself. So perhaps India did not defeat Britain on a battlefield. It defeated something much more important, the belief that Britain had the right to rule India. And once millions of Indians stopped believing that, the empire could still possess guns, it could still possess soldiers, it could still possess prison, but it was losing one thing every empire ultimately needs: legitimacy. And perhaps that is the greatest story of Indian national movement. India did not become one because Indians became identical. They remained different languages, different religion, different caste, different regions, different political visions. But through those 6 decades, millions increasingly began imagining themselves as members of one political community, that is India. The British Empire left, but the idea of India remained. Jai Hind.